A pair of Republican legislators in Mississippi have a novel solution to the possibility of future gun control legislation, other types of legislation coming out of the federal government. They're going to be trying to form a joint legislative committee on the neutralization of federal law. And we've got some interesting quotes on that. Every time the conservatives start talking about neutralization, I wish that they had studied a little bit more during social studies class.
I think maybe they did, and they thought, yeah, that worked out well.
Yeah, at one point, it briefly worked out until it was eventually struck down.
Right.
But let's start with what they propose to do. This is from the Mississippi Balance of Powers Act. The provisions of this act shall serve as a notice and demand to the federal government to cease and desist any and all activities outside the scope of its designated constitutionally enumerated powers, and that attempt to diminish the balance of powers as established. The committee will be allowed to review any and all existing federal statutes, mandates, and executive orders for the purpose of determining their constitutionality. And they go on to say, any measure that is found to be beyond the scope and power assigned to the federal government under Article 1 of the United States Constitution or in direct violation of the Mississippi Constitution of 1890 may be recommended for neutralization by the simple majority vote of each house of the Mississippi State Legislature. What a wonderful fantasy land they live in.
Yeah, so we tried this. You guys tried to secede before, and you got your ass handed to you, okay? And we lost, what, 600,000 people when you guys did it?
500, more like.
Yeah, okay, around 500,000.
That's enough,
okay.
I think.
Yeah, I think that ought to do it, okay? Now, you want to get your ass kicked again, okay? You losers. Is that what you want? Okay, and you unpatriotic, un-American people who are traitors to this country. You know, so you were traitors before and we had to kick your ass back in the line. You want to do it again? Look, I love every part of this country. I go to the South all the time. I've been to Mississippi. I've enjoyed your casinos. Okay, and I like Mississippi, and there's, of course, a great majority of the people in Mississippi are not on board for this. And look, it's the politicians, and they're trying to rile people up. They're trying to demagogue, etc., right? But come on, man, to go down, you're in the South and you're going to go down in this ridiculous federal, we're going to neutralize federal laws route again?
Yeah.
Again?
Like you did in the 1950s when Eisenhower sent troops to Mississippi and Arkansas?
Yeah.
Yeah, and by the way, what happened then? Okay, you look like you're a national embarrassment, and because you were, in fact, you were a worldwide embarrassment to the point that you had to change your ways. Because it was immoral, and it was sickening, and it was wrong. And we sent the National Guard, and you didn't win. I know you're bitter. And again, I'm talking about the minority of conservatives there who never, ever let it go. Remember that in the Republican primaries, about a quarter of Mississippi Republican voters said that interracial marriage should be illegal. Illegal, not frowned upon, not I don't like it. It should be illegal. Yeah. I'm talking about those guys, okay? You lost, you're going to lose again. You keep losing because you're a loser. And I guess it makes you incredibly bitter. And you say, oh, wow, I don't need the rest of the U.S. Are you kidding me? Without the rest of the U.S., you would be lucky to be Guatemala. You would be thrilled to be in Guatemala's position, okay? Mississippi, come on.
My family's from Arkansas, and the saying in Arkansas is thank God for Mississippi. And I'm sure they have that same saying in Alabama and other places because Mississippi's at the bottom of every health and welfare index in the United States.
Yeah. You are the butt end of the United States of America. And you're going to challenge the head like, oh, yeah, we got this thing figured out down here. I don't think so, okay? Now, it's not to say the federal government does everything right. Of course not. We challenge the federal government all the time. But there's a way to do it. You say, hey, look, we're against this law. We want to organize against this law. We want to vote against this law. We want to collect people who are energized to be against it. That's democracy. To say, hey, that's the law. I don't give a damn. I'm going to neutralize it. And I'm not going to listen to your federal law. Well, that makes you, you were traitors before, and it goes down that path again.